The BC government says it will not appeal a court ruling that went against it on class size and composition. There's no guarantee, though, that teachers are going to be able to negotiate the size and makeup of their classes in upcoming contract talks. The court ruling says the legislation a decade ago that stripped teachers of their ability to negotiate classes violated their bargaining rights. And this time it's the teachers' #1 issue in a new contract. Our legislature reporter Shachi Curl joins us now live with more on the story. Shachi.
Hudson, it seems like good news. It sounds like good news for the state of labor relations in BC. But whether it actually has any effect bringing two sides that have historically brought out the worst in each other back together, well, that remains to be seen.
79 first.
It's an 8-year-old saga, one that started when then Education Minister Christy Clark took away teachers' rights to make their class size and composition part of their contract negotiations. And it's not over yet, though for the first time in years, teachers and the province can now see a happy ending.
This is a positive step forward.
So what changed? Two things. Last month, the Supreme Court of British Columbia told the BC Liberal government what it did in 2002 was illegal. And today, the Education Minister told us he wouldn't appeal that ruling.
What we hope we will see in the weeks and months ahead is that we can continue to build on the very thoughtful and constructive and productive discussion that we have been having with the Teachers Federation.
We are delighted that this is the path that the Minister and the government has chosen to take.
Premier Christy Clark and her Education Minister are no doubt motivated by the fact that teachers will be in a position to strike by the end of the school year. But on the road to reconciliation in the classroom, the potholes are everywhere. The BC Teachers Federation has already demanded the government pay up to the tune of $275 million to bring classroom conditions in line with what the court ruling ordered. But Abbott won't talk about money or hiring more teachers just yet.
We are advising school districts not to make any assumptions or presumptions about the 2011-2012 school year and making any presumptive changes in that regard.
That absolutely has to be part of the equation. You can't fix this problem without it.
Both sides have 12 months to go back to the drawing board and talk it out. But what happens if those talks break down? Will the province simply bring in new legislation?
Yes, that would be in the realm of possibility.
But those scenarios are a year away, and the government has already learned some bitter lessons on this subject.
I think the judgment is clear in that they can't simply do it without talking to us in a real and meaningful manner.
Now, Hudson, by day's end, Education Minister George Abbott was soft-pedaling the likelihood that teachers might see bargaining rules that they fought so hard to get back stripped away from them again through new legislation. And even though the timeline to work this out is a year long, teachers who right now are trying to negotiate a new contract insist they are going to put class size and composition back on the table immediately. We'll watch and see how that goes.
All right, Shachi Curl reporting. Shachi, thank you.
You're welcome.